Hello and welcome to section 7 part E of the SAS programming course. This is probably the last video clip in the course. First of all, we start with the special case of directing output to an RTF file. So in general, all the output in SAS can be directed and always is directed to one of the so-called destinations or ODS destinations. ODS coming from the words output delivery system. And here is a list of some of the most common ODS destinations. HTM or listing are kind of the defaults in different situations. But then things like PDF, RTF, PowerPoint, and Excel are good alternatives if we want to save our output to one of these kinds of file types. Here we use the RTF format as an example because it's quite convenient in many cases because you can get your output in a format that's processable in Word. And here is an example on how we can redirect our output to this RTF file. Basically, we just need this start code and ending code, meaning this ODS RTF statement and ODS RTF close statement. And everything, all the SAS code we have between those two, they will be put into this, or their output will be put into the RTF file. So here we are stating that we want to direct our output into RTF file that is under this folder called examp printout.rtf. And this is just some things that we have already done before. So it's a descriptive statistics using proc means and a frequency table using proc freg. And here when we close it, then the RTF file will be closed and it's usable. And basically, this is the output what we get when we run this. So we might have to go to the folder and double click on the file, and it will have the output from means on one page and the output from procfreg on the other page with the default settings. However, there's a lot of additional options that we can use to fine-tune the output, and this is an example of those. So we have now added option body title. That makes it so that the titles we define in SAS, they do not go to the header and footer parts of the document, but rather in the body part of the document. Then we have this start page equals no, which makes it so that if the output can fit into same page, it will go on the same page and doesn't start a new page when a new proc is generating something. Also, we define a style, the journal style we have seen earlier in this course, which makes the output often quite nice looking. And then this ODS no proc title makes it so that it excludes the names of the SAS procedures from the output. And we also define this title printout to an RTF file here in the statements that we are running. And that's about it. So when we run this one, we get, in my opinion, much nicer looking output in the RTF file, mostly because of the journal style, but also, for example, everything is on one page and so on. And definitely these kinds of things we did here are things that you can find a lot of information in the SAS help and on different websites if you make some searches. One thing is that you can list all the styles available in SAS using this simple piece of code. So we have been using journal, and I think we had meadow and festival earlier, but those are just few names of the different styles available. So if you run this one, you get something like this. So there's easily something like 50 different style definitions that you can use and test and maybe find your own favorites from these. Also, you can direct output to a SAS dataset, meaning almost any output you generate in SAS. And that's also done using these ODS destinations, but you are using ODS destination output, which is specifically for this purpose. Usually, the first thing you have to do is you have to trace your code in order to find the names of the output objects. So if I put this ODS trace on, ODS trace off around this proc_frec, then I get into the log window a listing of all the different output objects that the proc_frec is generating. So if I run this one, I get this kind of log window. This is just a part of the log window, but we can see that one of the output objects is called cross_tab_frecs. That's the part where the contents of the actual cross tabulation are located. And then we can use this ODS output statement here inside proc_frec and request that the cross_tab_frecs object is saved as a SAS dataset. We are saving it into the folder that this kir reference is referring to, and we are naming it cross_tab. So when we run this, we get an output data with all the numbers from the cross tabulation in that SAS dataset. Yeah, this is all the sections now in the SAS programming course. On the last slide, I still have some references to recommend. So one is this little SAS book, 6th edition is at least one of the latest editions available for this one. This is also a book meant for introduction to SAS programming. So that's a good one to learn and also find a lot of details that we couldn't include in this course. Then if you are interested in SAS Enterprise Guide, there is a MTT report that I published some time ago about SAS Enterprise Guide. So that's the point and click user interface. And this is maybe not the latest version of Enterprise Guide, but a lot of the point and click tools, they haven't changed all that much. So it might still be useful for some of you. Then these are just some acknowledgements to the people who have been working on earlier versions of this course. We have had this SAS basic course in MTT and Luke for many years, and different people have contributed. So even still, this material that I'm presenting in this e-course is based on contributions from all of these people, and probably some others as well. Then this book by Sanjay and Matange is really good book on the graphics, using the same techniques as we did in this course, but it's a book filled with different examples, and you see the output image and you see the code that generates it, so it's really user friendly. And I have also been using some of the material from SAS training material, ODS graphics essentials, so that's a good one too. And I did use Google Translate to translate the material from Finnish language to English, but then of course a lot of modifications were done after that. Here is still on the last slide how the SAS Enterprise Guide guidebook looks like. So you, yeah. But thank you for attending the course, and see you.